What if the biggest prehistoric structures on Earth aren't the pyramids, but a massive ancient city grid buried under the Sahara's sand? For generations, we were taught the Sahara and Atbai Desert were empty. Barren wastelands are too harsh for civilization. That story just got shattered, not by a shovel, by a satellite. New remote sensing tech lets researchers see through the sand from space. Lasers and infrared cut through centuries of dust. What they found shocked scientists. Under the soil lies hundreds of massive stone, structures called enclosure, monuments, think perfect stone, circles and oval walls, 60-80 meters wide. Some are bigger than football stadiums. From above, they form grids and pathways covering thousands of square kilometers. One circle took thousands of man-hours to build. Now multiply that by hundreds, all in land where people today can barely survive a week. How did ancient builders not just live here, but plan cities? The answer is climate. 12,000 years ago, the Sahara wasn't a desert. It was green. The African humid period created rivers bigger than the Nile and lakes larger than Lake Chad. Grasslands stretched for miles. This was paradise, not a wasteland. The builders weren't lost nomads. They were engineers, astronomers, and master builders. Pastoral societies with deep knowledge of geometry and water management. They mapped stars, tracked water tables, and aligned monuments to solstices. Dig sites show these stone circles weren't homes. They were sacred centers, elite burial grounds, and ritual spaces tied to rain and community. They built near ancient rivers and carved pathways connecting settlements across hundreds of miles. This was a network, a civilization. Then the rain stopped. 5,000 years ago, Earth's orbit shifted. Monsoons moved south. Rivers vanished. Lakes became salt flats. People adapted and migrated, taking their knowledge to the Sahel, Atlantic, and Nile Valley. They left the monuments behind. Sand did the rest. For 4,000 years, we saw empty desert because we looked with desert eyes. Satellites changed that. LiDAR stripped the sand away digitally. The empty Sahara lit up like a circuit board. Walls, burial mounds, dried riverbeds all mapped, all invisible from the ground. This breaks the timeline we were taught. Textbooks say complex buildings started in Mesopotamia, but these Sahara monuments are older and more widespread. Africa wasn't waiting to be civilized. Africa was civilizing the world. The secret isn't aliens. It's simple. History is deeper than we thought, and the sand is still giving up secrets. Type explore if you feel history is bigger than school taught us. Comment what else might be hiding under the desert. Subscribe for the next reveal. The lost river systems that powered the Green Sahara. Stay curious.